Welcome. My name is Billy Brandolini of Saya Kitchen and Bar in Newburyport, Massachusetts. My friends like to call me Chef Brando. Today we're going to be doing a signature dessert of Saya. What we have is a banana brulee with a clove meringue. Okay, this dessert is very simple. Most likely can be made with the ingredients that you have in your refrigerator right now. If you don't have bananas, you could sub in any other fruit for this dessert you would like. So to start off, we have our egg whites, sugar, and clove spice. What we want to do is blend the egg whites to a medium stiff peak, and then we're going to start adding our sugar in at 3 stages to make sure it comes to the right consistency. What we're looking for is a soft, fluff-like consistency. Get the eggs in there. Now to whip the eggs, we want to do it on a high speed to float the air into them. So we'll start that. Okay. Right now, the eggs are just about where we want them to be. They're just starting to get fluffy at a medium peak. So now we're going to start adding the sugar. Once again, we're going to do this in a stage of 3, okay? So we want to start off with just 1/3 of the sugar. Into the meringue. We'll let that evenly incorporate into the mix. Start adding a little more. And then we're going to go ahead and pour the rest of it in there. At this point, what we want to do is grab our torch out that we're going to be using to brulee the bananas and apply a little bit of heat to the meringue just so the sugar crystals break down so it doesn't have a sandy texture to it. So you want to just go around the bowl. Now we don't want to go too hot or else the eggs will cook. All right, now that the sugar crystals have melted down, it's time to add our clove spice. What I want to do is stop the mixer just so when we pour this in, it doesn't puff up and blow everywhere. So we'll slow it down a little bit, or all the way. Put in our teaspoon of clove spice, and then just incorporate the clove into the meringue. Back to full speed. Okay, we're now at stiff peaks. When we're at stiff peaks, should look as so. All right, and now we'll get ready to brulee the bananas. We're going to start bruleeing our bananas and setting up the plate. First, we're going to start off with the hazelnuts. These have been pre-roasted and chopped up. When you roast them, you want to do it around 300 to 320 degrees for approximately a half an hour till the nuts begin to get golden brown. All right, and they release all the fat inside, so they're a little more crunchy than soft, and then we'll just can do a rough chop on them. Starting with the banana, just want to peel the banana down. And then, to get the sugar on there, we want to do a few long cuts on the bias. The bias will be long, thin cuts across, sideways. What that'll do is reveal more of the inside of the banana so we can get the sugar onto it when it comes time to brulee. So what we want to do is go across the banana like that. Now we have 5 slices here. What we want to do with these now is just take them. We have sugar in the raw. This is crystal sugar, thicker than your regular granulated sugar. It brulees a lot better. It caramelizes. Okay, so we want to dip each banana into the sugar, and then we're going to set them up, caramelize them all. It'll be the same colors you would see if you were to see a creme brulee be bruleed, looking for the same exact color. Okay. Now, moving on to bruleeing the bananas. You want to get them on a separate dish other than the plating dish, just because the sugar could fall off and you don't want specks of sugar on the plate. So you want to turn the flame up to a medium-high, okay? You want to just caramelize the top of these. Just like so. Now at Saya, we use 1 banana per portion. If you're doing this at your house or somewhere else family style, you could use, a whole bunch of bananas. We like to use 1 for 1 dish. Okay, so there we are. We have a nice caramelized bananas. Now we're going to move on to the meringue, and we're going to start piping the meringue onto the plate. So we move the meringue into our disposable pastry bag. We have a star tip on there to leave a nice little design for it. So you can go on the plate and pipe it wherever you want. We like to do this little design. Maybe put a couple on the sides. Now we're going to brulee the meringue. What we're looking for is for the same color as if you were to roast a marshmallow over an open fire here. So we want to stand back. Slightly brulee the meringue. When you're done that, back to the bananas. The bananas, you can place them wherever you want around the dish here. Give it a little design. Okay, and then we'll grab our roasted hazelnuts that are pre-roasted. And there'll just be a little sprinkle of that around. That'll add for some extra texture and contrast to the dish, as well as a little earthy flavor from the nuts. All right, here we are. The dessert is done and it's garnished. Enjoy. Bon appetit.